inviting. You don't want to look there, and it's sort of dull. Materials change the way we interact with interfaces and how we feel the objects around us. There's something very different about using a computer mouse compared to using an iPad screen. A computer mouse is held in one hand, you move it across the desk, and you're interacting with another screen in front of you. Whereas an iPad, you sort of hold it in your hand, it's weighted, but still lightweight, it's flat screen, it's smooth, and you can use your hands themselves to move around the screen as opposed to connecting something with a wire like a computer mouse. In the same way, materials and objects around us are designed in a way to help us create a certain environment. There's something about an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller that makes you want to sit down. Your two hands are on this block of plastic, but it has been carefully designed to be like that. So you sit down and you get comfortable and you're engaged in the game. In the same way, you have a Wii remote, and it's just a block of plastic, but its materials have been manipulated and other pieces have been added. And there's something about a Wii remote that makes you want to stand up. It's got a handle, it's lightweight in your hand, it's smooth, it's streamlined, it's a lot easier to use. And so there's something about the Wii remote and how that material is used to make you stand up. Materials affect how we listen to the world. They affect sound. If you think of listening to maybe music with heavy bass on a speaker, the sound is clear, deep, and you can feel the sound waves in the room and how they resonate. And those materials have been carefully chosen to release sound and to reverberate it and make it stronger and clearer for the listener. Whereas a phone is much smaller and it's really compact. And so the sound quality is not at all close to getting the same sound as a speaker. You don't feel the bass from your phone around the room. You feel it barely in your hand. The sound is sort of clacky, it's sharp, it's not smooth and resonant like a speaker is. So those materials, although they're both speakers in the same way, are completely different. And so the sounds that they create are of completely different qualities. How materials, yeah?
That's fantastic. So you're talking about the relationship between knowing your material and what its use is going to be for, and making sure you choose the right material. Like, there'd be no point in making a speaker out of metal, say, or making a joystick controller out of metal either, because it just wouldn't feel right in your hand. So that's great. That's great. Now, just let you know, there's 10 minutes left in the class.
Just 10 minutes left. Oh gosh. Okay. I'll just quickly.
Do you have any? Do you have any information on? Remember your? No. Do you remember the microplastics?
Yeah, I'll go straight to the microplastics then. Yeah. I had a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of slides or pages there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought this was like a 40-minute sort of thing.
No.
Microplastics.
Yeah. This is very interesting. We just touched on this the last day, because it's where you should be thinking when you're teaching plastics. You should be talking about this.
Okay, so I'll just really quickly, if there's only 10 minutes left, speed through this project. So we started this project for the SciFest competition, and we ended up winning, and then winning the overall environmental award in the LYT in Letterkenny at the collegiate level. So it was quite good to get that. These are pictures of beauty products that have microbeads in them, which are tiny, tiny little beads. And then beside them, so to the left are microplastics, which are plastics smaller than 5 millimeters. And to the right are nanoplastics, which are undetectable with the human eye. And they are really, really tiny.
Are they the ones that get into our body?
Yeah, into fish, into our food. And we're not sure what the effects are yet, but there has been some worrying research. So microplastics or polyethylene can absorb a thing called BPA, and it can also absorb motor oil. So if there was plastics floating